This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the agenda meeting. South Plainfield Mayor and Council. This meeting has been advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6, with adequate notice of this meeting being provided to the borough's two official newspapers and published on the borough's website. Public comments are pursuant to Article 4, Section 2 of the bylaws. The presiding officer shall limit such discussion to not more than 3 minutes in duration. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll, please?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Here.
Councilwoman Mott?
Here.
Councilman Smith?
Here.
Councilman White?
Here.
Councilman Bullock?
Here.
Council President Benjavanga?
Here.
Thank you. Can you take us through a review of tonight's agenda, please?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this evening we have 3 matters on for executive session. We have public comment. We have the approval of council minutes for March 4th. There are 2 ordinances on for a second reading by title, 4 ordinances on for a first reading by title. There are 14 resolutions this evening, 3 matters of correspondence, payment of bills totaling $2,763,869.69, and we conclude with council reports. And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Council comments on agenda items?
None.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for executive session resolution 24-129, 3
So
items?
moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman Smith, seconded by Councilman Wolock. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We will have executive session. At this point, we'll open it up for public comments. Actually, no, we're not doing that, right? Oh, yeah, I guess public comments on agenda items only. Seeing none, close the public portion. Can I get a motion to adjourn tonight's agenda meeting?
So move.
Second.
Motion by Councilman White, seconded by Councilwoman Mott. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Seeing no reason to delay, we'll go to the public meeting. Again, this meeting has been advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6, with adequate notice of this meeting also being provided to the borough's 2 official newspapers and published on the borough's website. Public comments, again, are pursuant to Article 4, Section 2 of the bylaws. The presiding officer shall limit such discussion to not more than 3 minutes in duration. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll once more?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Here.
Councilwoman Mott?
Here.
Councilman Smith?
Here.
Councilman White?
Here.
Councilman Bullock?
Here.
Council President Benjavanga?
Here.
Thank you. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation by Councilman Wolock. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, bless this governing body, grant it the courage and wisdom to make fair and just decisions for our community. Amen.
Amen.
At this point, we are going to the public comment section. Again, this is a change for 2024. There's only one public comment section. At this public comment section, you can address any items, whether they're on the agenda or not. We have nobody on the WebEx meeting. At this point, we'll open it up for public comments in the council chambers. Ms. Boyle? Sorry, John. Ms. Boyle and then.
Debbie Boyle, Van Fleet. At the last meeting, my women's leadership team accepted the proclamation for Women's History, and we announced about our essay contest that we've done for the past 14 years. And this year, it's going to be on Jane Austen. It's open to any South Plainfield resident in grades 9 through 12, regardless of the high school that you go to. And the deadline is April 19th. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. John?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So I'm here about, I guess, this last planning board meeting that, well, we weren't even notified about it for ATEC Landscaping. We purchased the 2 houses on New Market Ave, demoed them. We went through all the zoning board approvals. We got approvals to build our building. And then I find out that the new owners of the Harris site are lumping us into what they want to call a redevelopment plan. Don't know why we're being lumped into it. They know the intentions of what we're doing. They've seen all our plans. I've met with them numerous times over the summer. They wanted to buy the a corner piece just to make their turning lane radius, wider or whatever. We couldn't come to an agreement on anything, and then, so basically I'm here is I want my property out of the redevelopment. I'm approved by the town already for redevelopment of our site. Pretty much everybody's seen our plans and, the 3D drawings of it. So I'm just concerned of what's going on here.
Paul?
Well, the planning board had a hearing. John, the title to the property is in what names?
We have two different entities.
Because you had expressed that, I think to Amy in the morning.
Yeah.
About notice. I was told that the planning board attorney sent out notices, and I suggested contacting him about notice. And he sent 2 certified mailings that went out to 2 different entities. Revantage,
Not-
Blackstone, and B9 South Plainfield Owner LLC.
None of those are us.
Neither one is yours.
Nope. Revantage Blackstone is what's owning Harris Steel's site.
Well, I would have to.
Revantage, I don't know what Revantage is, but Blackstone is what's redeveloping Harris
I
site.
just know I wasn't part of the communications, I know this is what he said. I can follow up and find out from him in relation to your specific property in terms of the notice. I, at this point, because we're not here to talk about it. The planning board had their hearing. They are recommending that the area be designated as a non-condemnation area in need of redevelopment.
Which-
And that's for consideration by the council, but not tonight. In the meantime.
No, I understand that.
In the meantime, I will certainly look into this question of notice to.
I mean, I agree the whole site needs to be redeveloped, but
What's,
my site doesn't because my site's already approved by the town
what are the
for redevelopment.
entities, or what entity owns the properties?
Hold on a second.
Well, Paul, you've got John's lots and block numbers on there, so they're definitely in there, you're
Well,
saying.
and they're only lumping in the one property. They're only lumping in block 294, lot 1. The town, the county, but not town, the zoning wants us to lump both properties, merge them both together, because the one property is much smaller than the corner lot. So we're already in the process of doing that, but I can't finalize it until August, till my 1031 exchange is done,
Okay.
because I had to wait for that
Your
stuff.
property's across the street from this site, right?
No. Blackstone
adjacent.
bought my property on Roosevelt, the one that with the old colonial
Yeah.
fence. Blackstone bought that.
But your new property
The new property is the corner,
is
what
across
it?
the street,
1525, which is the corner of Roosevelt and New Market.
across from your old lot.
Correct. And then we bought the little house as
Yeah.
well, that's right next to Tel Cable. So both properties, both houses are already knocked
Yeah.
down. Basically, we just got our mechanical drawings the other day, because Dominic didn't want me to apply for permits until I had everything, all the drawings
Right.
completed. The zoning board came back with a couple little site changes they wanted done, so we were doing that. And then, like I said, since right around midsummer, when I met with some of the guys from Blackstone, when they wanted to start talking about the corner piece. And remember, I talked to you, Glenn, because they told me, well, if I don't give it to them, they'll do eminent domain. I'm like, well, that's not happening. You can't just come in and say you're gonna do that. And then here we are. So we kind of stopped it because I thought we were gonna work out a deal with them. I was trying to say, listen, I'll work with you guys. I will push my building further down a little bit closer towards, say, Tel Cable, but I'm gonna lose yard space. Sell me some land across the street next to the cemetery, and this way I have my yard storage across the street, whatever. We were trying to work together with it. He said yes, they come back a month and a half later, oh, that doesn't work. Then it's like, oh, well, we have land on Tyler, we can do something over there, will that work? Okay, yeah. He comes back, oh, we don't own anything on Tyler, that's Harris Steel that owns it. Would you wanna rent it from Harris? I said, no, I don't wanna rent anything, I wanna own it. And then it just went back and forth, and he's like, well, we can't help you. All right, well, then fine, then I'm gonna continue with building my building where the plans are approved for. And then this all comes up. So basically, all I'm asking is just remove me from it. I'm already, approved to be,
What's
to
the
further.
entity, John? I wanna look into it.
I think one's 1525 LLC, and the other one was actually, I think it's, and I think the other one's 1519 LLC. If that's not correct, I'll find out from my secretary in the morning,
Okay,
and I'll email them over to you.
okay. But the recommendation is non-condemnation, so
Yeah.
we wouldn't be using eminent domain.
Yeah.
But as I said, other than that, I don't think anybody here is prepared to discuss it tonight.
No. So obviously you'll talk with Flynn, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's what I
Okay.
said. I wanna look into this question and notice.
Okay.
absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's still early, John, so.
No, I
mean,
know,
yeah,
but
we-
like, you're-
But I,
I'm ready to start breaking ground.
Yeah, no,
You
I-
know, like, so now, this is just delaying everything.
Okay.
So, is it an eyesore? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it not, is it gonna be changed? Yeah, but now this happens, now what? Now I gotta wait, I was hoping to break ground even over the winter months, but, things got pushed back a little bit.
gotcha.
Well, hopefully
So-
Paul will be able to find out
Yeah.
all the information and get you an answer.
All right?
Yeah.
You got it. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
you.
Thanks, John.
Anyone else? Rock, paper, scissors. There you go. I don't know if that's in the bylaws.
Well, we can come back after you vote on it. I might not be here by then.
No, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Leon Grisowski, 2309 Celine Avenue. This is going back to when me and Carol were here months ago about 2301, the property not being maintained. And from what I could find out from the building department, the C of O was issued the end of this January. But before that, I've been down to code enforcement every week trying to get Mr. Wolf to get the place cleaned up. Because neighbors are tired of the debris blowing on their property. One neighbor did clean the front yard up, because he was just fed up. And the backyard is just horrible, and I've already cleaned Carol's yard twice this year to help her out, so her contractor doesn't charge her. And I've made complaints to Mr. Wolf about this, and he actually turned it over to the building department. And I asked him why. He's, well, they're always in there, the contractor, for permits. They see him more. I said, but it's your job.
Yeah.
And right now is just, hasn't been touched since, the summer.
Glenn, are you aware of any of this? No. Yeah, I mean, I wish you reached out earlier.
Yeah,
we-
but this
yeah.
has been going on, you know
Yeah,
how
no,
long we've been
no,
here.
I hear you, but I mean, it would be nice to. All right,
From my understand, I talked to the agent today, it was sold, but they can't tell me to who. Now, I went to the tax assessor and tax department, they don't have a record who it was sold to, because it's too early.
Yeah, but they would have to come for a CO,
Yeah,
so
the
we would
CO
have
is
something on
January.
record.
Everybody's telling me,
The
no,
building department would have to do a CO, so.
because there was even a problem with the front yard. The workers for the contractor dug a 4-foot hole for the new water meter going in. They couldn't finish the job, and they left the hole open. What they did was, they took old molding, put it in the ground in stakes, and used painter's tape to block it off. I complained to code enforcement, because he's curbed to the house.
yeah,
He said, go to the building department. Building department told me to go to the road department. The road department threw me out. And that stayed open, a 4-foot hole, for a good month, until the water company got to it to do the job correctly. It's just a big runaround every time you go to these departments. And, we still have kids playing on our street because Maple's too busy, Woodland's too busy. That's fine.
Yeah.
Kids are gonna be kids. Your son sees a dirt pile, what does he want to do? Get dirty.
Mhm.
And there's a 4-foot hole.
yeah.
I mean, every time you try to do something, nobody cares. They just throw you to another department.
Well, I mean, I think Glenn can
Yeah, I'll get-
resolve that.
Yes, I will.
That 4-foot hole has been taken care of by the water company. Now, they put the box in now, and, I mean, it's just the rest of it not being taken care of.
Okay.
The house is showing under contract,
Is it?
actually. Under
Okay.
contract, so it didn't close yet, so.
Yeah, well, he said it was sold, right? So, all right. I mean, Glenn can
Yeah,
do
we
some.
just- Carol Christados, I
Yeah.
could fill in here.
Sure.
I want to commend you because you were doing everything that, we were communicating back and forth. Unfortunately, I got very optimistic, and I kept seeing the contractors come, they were doing things, I wasn't gonna, complain. And then they even said, don't worry, by the summer, it's gonna be done. they're gonna be in, so there was no reason to aggravate anything.
Right.
However, all of a sudden now I notice it's a little suspicious, nothing's going on, and I'm just wondering, where is the owner anyway? I know if I bought a house, I'd at least show up
There's
once.
been since
Nothing.
CBO was issued the end of January.
Yeah,
The
and
sale
no-
didn't,
There's been no activity.
it's not closed yet. The sale didn't go through yet. It's under contract, so the
I
owner
saw
would,
pending.
there's no,
I saw that the word pending, and I saw, yeah, under contract, it's very suspicious. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's very suspicious. I don't even really know this realtor. That's another strange thing. We can't get any information. The reason I'm here, and that's why, it's not to be negative, but I'm thinking ahead. The grass is gonna start to grow. Already the leaves in the back. This is a perfect opportunity for us to come now, just to,
Sure.
make sure everyone's listening, so we don't have the runaround, like I don't wanna start saying, now, where are they, where are they?
Right.
Because the property I don't care who does it, it could be the real estate agent, I don't care, whoever bought it. And just so you know, the taxes have been paid, but not February, and
Okay.
not sewer, so it's not too bad.
Right.
But I don't know, who would be responsible?
Well, there's still a current owner now, right? So until the sale goes through, it goes from one party to the other, there's still a current owner.
And who's the current, I mean, it shows that Williams, that bank on there.
Yeah,
and
well,
that
a
one
lot of
from
times it is a bank, so I'm not sure
California.
exactly who the owner is,
Yeah.
but
That's the story I always
there's an owner.
got, he wasn't getting answers.
Yeah,
People didn't really care about keeping it cleaned up.
yeah,
So we're just here now, this way I felt,
yeah.
to thank
Yeah.
you,
Carol,
but.
I got your email, so we'll start communicating.
Yes, so unfortunately, it started.
Okay.
That's fine. Glenn will be on top. And again, there's methods to deal with it. So, even if you can't get a hold of the owner, the town can put a lien on the property, take care of the cleanup work and stuff like
But
that.
if the
So
house sale went through,
Once,
if the house, went through with the sale, if you put a lien on it, how are you gonna collect the bill?
You gotta pay out
Yeah.
first.
yeah, that's the whole point.
It's already, as far as I know, it was bought.
No, they'd have to cover whatever liens, against the property.
And I mean,
That has to be satisfied.
correct.
According to the records, it hasn't closed yet.
Yeah,
Okay, so
So
that,
before they close, they'll contact the tax office.
Yeah.
To verify whether or not there's any liens on a property, you know what I mean? Taxes due or taxes whole. That's typically how it'll happen.
now the other problem I'm having with your, Mr. Wolf, I have a house across the street from me. It's been sold quite a few times. The front of the yard is on Woodland, the back is on Celine.
Mhm.
One of the previous owners put a 6-foot fence up, did a nice job because he had dogs and kids. Not a problem. He sold it, the gentleman that bought it, he doesn't like to clean that 10-foot section. He originally thought it would belong to the town, and the town was responsible. Mr. Wolf went down, explained the 10-foot easement,
okay.
and, I don't wanna get into that. And letters go out, and I told Mr. Wolf to put into the letter that don't leave it on the street. You can't do that, and exactly what happened. So now I had to call the police. Police came down, explained to the officer exactly what happened, knocked on the door. Gentleman said he cleaned it up. 3 days later, it's not cleaned up. Called the second officer. Told him the story. It went to the third officer. And by then, between the cars and the wind, it almost disappeared. Yet he's being told by the police department not to put it in the street, to clean it up. He doesn't. Right now, according to Mr. Wolf, he's got a court date, but I can't find out what the date is. He's gonna be fined, but this goes on like a big circle. It's the leaves, it's the grass.
Yeah.
And he had some kind of jungle gym set left by a previous owner. He cut it down, put it on the far side of the fence so he couldn't see it in the corner.
Okay.
That took months to get cleaned up by Mr. Wolf. He just took it upon himself to, well, I don't see it, I don't care.
Right.
It's just constant.
What's this address?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I
So
don't have
you
that
said
with
it's
me.
on
It's
Woodland?
directly in front of me.
I don't know where you are.
I'm 2309 Celine. He's either 22 or 2224. Has a flat roof on the head, like a California roof on a
Woodland.
ranch.
Okay.
Mr. Wolf would have that information.
Last but not least, I can hardly wait when I can burn this. So when this is
Alrighty.
done, where I'm gonna come to the meeting, and we're gonna have a little ceremony.
Can't burn it in here.
No, we won't burn it, but we'll do something. Okay.
Maybe it'll go into the town capsule, you know, the time capsule when we for the 100-year anniversary. Yeah.
I mean, it's a history.
It is, yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, appreciate it.
Take care. Anyone else? Anyone else? Last call, public comments? Seeing none, close the public portion. Where are we? Can I get a motion for the approval of council minutes for March 4th agenda and public?
So moved.
Motion by Council President Benjavanga, seconded by Councilman White. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. For final adoption, ordinance 2297.
An ordinance authorizing a special emergency appropriation in the amount of $100,000 for the preparation of an approved tax map in and by the Borough of South Plainfield in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for final adoption on ordinance 2297?
So move.
Second?
Motion by Councilman White, seconded by Councilwoman Mott. As this is for final adoption, open it up for public comments regarding ordinance 2297. Seeing none, close the public portion. Council comments?
None.
Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Also for final adoption, ordinance 2298.
An ordinance of the Borough of South Plainfield, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 71, Officers and Employees of the Borough to create a new section entitled Anti-Nepotism Policy.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for final adoption on ordinance 2298?
So move.
Second.
Motion by Councilman White, seconded by Council President Benjavanga. Again, as this is for final adoption, open it up for public comments regarding ordinance 2298. Seeing none, close the public portion. Council comments?
None.
None. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. For introduction, ordinance 2299.
An ordinance that provides for the compensation of employees of the Borough of South Plainfield and the method of payment of such compensation for the years 2024 through 2028 for AFSCME union employees.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for introduction on ordinance 2299?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Council President Benjavanga, seconded by Councilman Wolak. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Also for introduction, ordinance 2300.
An ordinance of the Borough of South Plainfield, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 403 of the Code of the Borough of South Plainfield.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for introduction on ordinance 2300?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Council President Benjavanga, seconded by Councilwoman Faustini. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Also for introduction, ordinance 2301.
Bond ordinance providing for various improvements to the community pool in and by the Borough of South Plainfield in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, appropriating $55,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $55,000 bonds or notes of the borough to finance the cost thereof.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for introduction on ordinance 2301?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Council President Benjavanga, seconded by Councilman White. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. And also for introduction, ordinance 2302.
Bond ordinance for various sewer utility improvements in and by the Borough of South Plainfield in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, appropriating $655,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $655,000 bonds or notes of the borough to finance the cost thereof.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for introduction on ordinance 2302?
Motion?
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Faustini, second by Council President Benjavanga. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for resolutions 24-130 through 24-143?
So
Motion.
moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman White, seconded by Councilman Wallach. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. We have 3 items of correspondence. Well, we don't need a vote on this, Amy, right? We just announce what they are. Board of Health monthly report for February, resignation for cycling center laborer, and the state of the borough address, which I know you've all been waiting for. And hopefully we'll have that video delivered to you at a later date. Payment of the bills. Can I get a motion for the payment of bills of $2,763,869.69?
Second.
Motion by Council President Benjavanga, seconded by Councilman White. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President Benjavanga?
Yes.
And that passes 6-0.
Thank you. Ms. Antonides, anything else for us tonight?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to report that due to an anticipated high volume of voters this year and to prevent potential crowding at the senior center, we thought it would be in the best interest of voters to relocate 2 election districts from the senior center. And that was officially approved today by the County Board of Election Commissioners. So District 6 will be relocated from the senior center to Franklin School, and District 8 will be relocated from the senior center to the Kennedy School. And this will be considered a permanent change for all future elections.
Okay.
And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
I think that's going to ease a lot of the crowding at the senior center.
Yeah.
100%.
No Miller tonight. Mr. Cullen.
Yes, Mayor. I just want to give everybody an update on some of the projects, including some of the ones that Len would normally speak of. The turf field has largely been completed. The turf has been installed. They've put the infill in. The field actually looks great. It still, though, isn't fully, I guess, open and operational. There's some last minute, I guess, grooming that needs to be done. And additionally, we're kind of doing some grooming around the field itself. So, you know, it'll be open in April, but we're just doing some last minute touch up. Obviously, Putnam Park, everybody's seeing, is fully under construction, and they started putting the pavilion up last week. We're still looking at a May completion date for that. Some of the roads for last year that we didn't have a chance to finish up, Dunham, Bobbing, Meadow, they're going to be done really actually within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So they'll be done early next month. Newmarket Avenue is going to be going out to bid, and that'll also be awarded in April. And that also has 2 DOT grants that are covering a large portion of the cost. And I think it's also going to include some work being done on Pitt Street. And then our main 2024 road program will be going out to bid in I believe April as well. And with that, Mayor, progress.
So Bobbing's just out to bid, right? Or are we pretty much certain on it?
No.
No,
Change
Bobbing
or-
is
it was on here.
It's a change
Yeah,
order.
Bobbing
All right.
already was.
So I think
Bobbing,
Councilman-
Meadow,
Eh.
there was somebody on Bobbing.
I think Councilman White and I are going to go over there and personally tell a resident or 2.
She actually caught me in shop.
Did she?
Yes.
There.
She
Perfect.
caught me in shop right
Does
was-
not surprise me.
Yes.
I've spoken to her and informed her.
Good.
So, yes, Bobbing, that isn't going out to bid, that's already been bid out, and
All right.
Bobbing Meadow and Dunham will be done in the next 2 to 3 weeks. They're just really waiting for the asphalt plants to open, and they're
Yep.
going to be opening up, I think, the first week of April.
That just might be the best news of the year so far.
2024.
Yeah.
With that progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Chief, anything for us tonight?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, last Thursday, we hosted a police
Yeah.
hiring seminar to try to encourage more residents to take the civil service exam. It was well attended. We had about 40 individuals from town
Nice.
show up. And I also wanted to thank Councilman White for showing up and speaking to them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect.
With that progress.
Thank you. How'd he do?
Wonderful.
Thanks, Chief.
You had big shoes to fill.
I didn't talk as long.
No. Mr. Rizzo.
Progress, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Mott.
Yes, Mayor, our annual rabies clinic will be May 4th, 9 to 12 at the DPW building. It's free for all residents.
Pets.
Yeah, not even residents, it's county, I think it's actually the whole state. Anybody in the state can come.
Really?
It's free. Litter cleanup week is April 27th. Starts at 9 a.m. for supply pickup here at Borough Hall. And it could be done pretty much all week through May 4th. We have a pizza party at Borough Hall, 12 p.m. And to sign up, you'd contact Christina Naradka at DPW, which is 908-755-2187. And that is all.
Perfect. Councilwoman Faustini.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to invite the council members, if they're around this weekend on Saturday, to come to the Bunny Hop, say hello to all of the different committees and commissions and groups that will be coming out to give goodies away to the children, along with the Recreation Department and Commission that is taking care of it. Again, it will be held at Veterans Park this year instead of Putnam, obviously, because that's still under construction. Couple more things going on. Spring tennis signups are still underway. There's still STEM classes for the younger children. T-ball, teener ball, and softball are in the late registration mode, but if you're still interested, you can inquire about that. And the PAL gym will be closed from March 25th through April 2nd to get some renovations and a nice little facelift. And with that, progress.
Thank you. Councilman Smith.
Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Councilman Woloch.
Progress, Mayor.
Councilman White.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Just one quick announcement for those who may not know. Nothing Bunt Cakes has arrived in South Plainfield. We have our South Plainfield location at Hadley Center. It is located next to the FedEx building. So if you go down the side of the FedEx building, where the side where Crab Shack used to be, it is located there, and I guarantee that once you go, you will keep going. Unbelievable. They have minis, I was just informed tonight, they have little tiny samplers, and everything is wonderful. So stop by. They're open from 11 to 6. 10 to 7 on Monday through Saturday, and Sundays 11 to 6. So with that, progress.
Sounds wonderful. Council President Benjavenga.
Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, that's it. We are going into executive session. I guess we're going in the conference room.
Sure.
We're going to leave the meeting open, or
We're not taking any action, right?
are we taking any action?